G'day and welcome to Digga. Here I'm about to take you on a quick tour of our state-of-the-art manufacturing facility. It's 12,500 square metres, that's 3.5 acres under roof of manufacturing right here in Queensland. We're located between Brisbane and Gold Coast, smack bang in the middle. If you need to have a more in-depth look at our factory, some 360-degree camera views of the factory and how we manufacture things, check out the links below and have a look at what we can do for you. But anyway, let's go and have a look. G'day guys, so here we are down the back. This is where we're going to have a look at where life begins for majority of the Digga attachments. So behind me here, this is steel processing, or the beginning of steel processing. We have our CNC saws working in the background here. So we bring all our bar, our tube, RHS, all that comes in here. It's cut to the job that it's required for and heads its way into the factory from there. So we'll go down here and have a look through into the gear cutting. So this is our machining centre here. So we have over 12 CNC operated machines here, as well as our heartbeat. I guess our real profession is gear cutting, and what stands us apart from everybody else who manufactures gearboxes is that we manufacture the gear ourselves. We take that from a raw material and turn it into a gear. So over the back here, we've got 7 of our original gear cutting machines. These are some of the first machines that we bought back some near 28 years ago. They came out of an old Rolls-Royce manufacturing facility. Recently we added 4 new CNCs and they've just increased our production so that we can keep up with demand. So as we go through here, you can see we've got a manual machine shop here for those small intricate jobs. We've also got some other CNCs here. We have a large vertical lathe, allows us to do those really big gearboxes that we need to do for those SD, MD, UD, XD drives. Through to the 2 Integrex. These are our latest addition and really give us that manufacturing power to be able to deliver everything we need to deliver. So here you'll see some bottom ends probably getting done for the PDX range, something like that. They're our biggest seller. We're doing over 250 of those a month. So this is just punching those bottom ends out nice and quick. It's a double end. It does everything that this is required of this bottom end. It drills it, it machines it, it bores it, the whole lot. From there, it gets its seals and bearings pressed in and into the box, ready to go up to the assembly boys. As we head up through here, we're going to have a quick look at steel processing. You'll see that we have 3 large CNC presses. They're brake presses, so they press everything from our large 2-3 metre broom bodies through those small intricate parts that need to go into trenches and all those sorts of other attachments that you like to buy. So as we move through up here into further steel processing, you'll notice that we press all our flights for our augers in-house. That's everything from a 6-inch, 150mm diameter flight through to 72-inch, 1.8 metre diameter flight. Pressed in-house by us. So as we move down into here, we upgraded from standard plasma high definition to laser cutting. With the addition of the 2 laser cutters, we brought in 9,000 line items that we once had to outsource. We now bring those in-house and can control that. With laser cutting, it allows us to etch the part number of every single component into that item to keep track of it. They're all self-loading and they cut everything from 3mm through to 25mm through the 2 machines. We'll go and have a look. So how good was that? The laser is a fantastic addition to the Digga arsenal. It also reduces our waste. We can have very small skeleton of waste so that we're using every bit of the material that we can. So we're going to go through here and have a look at the robotic cells. We've got 6 robotic cells here. They are doing everything from our auger heads through to our frames, pallet fork frames, bucket bodies, bucket sides, the whole works. Anything that we can jig up and do lots of repeatability will go in through this robotic cells. Gives us a high quality finish. From here also, just to make sure that we're staying at the peak of our quality, everything goes into the blaster. So it's a shot blast. It's like a sand blast, but it uses a small steel pellet that belts against the material. That gets off any rust, any sort of impurities on that steel, so that when the weld goes in, it's nice virgin steel, making sure that we're getting no porosity and a quality weld. So we've got the hoods getting built in the background there. Recent addition is another robotic cell for augers. So this is doing our A4 series auger range. So that's doing about 2 to 1 of a manually built auger. That's allowing our guys then to move on to those higher, more complicated type augers to get built. You see the guys working through here. We're averaging about 1,900 to 2,000 augers a month. That's 1,900 to 2,000 augers per month, every month, out the door. All done through here. After everything's been fabricated, it moves on to the paint line. Here the guys will load up the raw material after it's either been shot blasted or prepped for painting. So it's a powder coat that we do. It'll get hung on the rail, goes in, gets washed in a solution to get off any dust and grease and anything else that's going to affect the paint finish. It moves on down to a small oven. It's quickly dried. It moves down to another bay. It's powder coated. It has its colour black, or some things we're doing yellow on the foots and that of the trenches. And then it goes into the oven and it's baked. Why do we do it? It's so that that quality of attachment, when it's sitting on your shelf in stock, will stay new. When you put a bucket on the front of that brand new Bobcat or case or any other skid steer that you've bought, it's going to look fantastic. Not have little rust marks in it. So through here, we've got 28 additional weld bays. Those guys are doing everything from custom augers, hitches, frames, bodies, all sorts of components for all our attachments. So from there, we're going to go up here. As we go past, there's receiving here. There's receiving all our items that we can't, hydraulic hoses, motors, those sort of things that we don't make in-house. From here, we're going to go up through into assembly. So the first part of assembly is our gearbox assembly. So here is where all our gearboxes, everything from a PDD, PDX, through to your big SD, MD, UD drives is put together right here. We quality check each one. We use our Digga bell motor that has the output housing of the motor built into the bottom of the motor, making it the most compact and efficient drive on the market. So at the back there, you'll see that's the gear room. That's a temperature controlled room, so we don't get any fluctuation in the material as it's put together for the gears. And that's where all your gear, planetary gears are put together before they come out to assembly. So from here, we'll move through to attachment assembly. This is where all your mini attachments, your buckets, brooms, trenches, everything is finally arrives here. It's picked by the pickers. It arrives on a pallet, ready for the assembly guys to put it together. They'll put it together, give it a quick test, make sure that the cylinders are working on the buckets, pressurize them. All your mini attachments are built on mini arms there. They can be tilted, twisted, turned, whatever we need to do with them, make sure they're working correctly. Once they pass through that section, we're off into what we call two-step put away. So everything comes here it's identified whether it's going on the shelf, it's finished goods stock, if it's going out for dispatch. The guys will sticker it up with a barcode, keep track of it, and identify where it's got to go. So you'll notice in the back there, there's a small room. That's the decal print room. We do all our own in-house printing of our decals. It's another point for us to be able to check our quality too, make sure everything fits together as it is. As you see behind me, these shelves are full of stock. It's a huge commitment to stock. While we try to get everything turned around as quick as we can, with the demand that we're seeing at the moment, it's huge to be able to try and supply it. Okay guys, we'll move through here into dispatch. So once everything's gone through the factory, it's been processed, it's been made, it's either on the shelf as stock or it's been a custom order, these guys will get a pick slip, they'll pick that order, put it on a pallet and determine where it's going. Is it a local order within Australia or is it overseas? Currently we're doing about 6 40-foot containers a month overseas. That's to the likes of Poland, UK, US, and everywhere else in the world as well. So we also do about 340,000 pallets a year for local. So that's a lot of processed material through this area. So it's all done, wrapped, strapped, and on its way. We have 2 to 3 B doubles every day coming in to be picked up and sending it on its way. So that is Digga in a nutshell. Hope you enjoyed the tour. If you need to learn more, look us up online, check us out on social media, give us a call. Hope to hear from you soon.